So you're probably watching this video because your phone stopped ringing, you're starting to get a little worried about it, and you're like, how the heck am I gonna get this flipped around? This video is for you. We're gonna go through a bunch of different steps you can do, some actions you can take to get the phone ringing. I've also experienced this several times, currently kind of experiencing it right now, though not as bad as in times past. And before we get right into this, maybe hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if this helps, and thanks for watching. So the first thing here is just straight up go network with other people. So what does this look like? You're going to go to contact realtors, property inspectors, um, other contractors, handyman, other contractors not in your field. For example, go reach out to electricians. A lot of times they're cutting into drywall and they don't do drywall, right? So they'll cut patches or cut holes to run their wires or whatnot. And then they're going to have to recommend someone, or the homeowner's going to have to find someone to come in and patch all the holes because they don't want to mess with it. Plumbers too, stuff like that. So you can really kind of use those as some great assets. They'll be happy to refer work to you because it'll make their customer happy. Also, set up maybe a referral system where everyone that gives you a referral, if that job gets booked to them, they get like a gift card or something. And do a gift card, not cash, because then you can write it off on your business. Cash is you just don't want to be dealing with cash too much. Um, so that's kind of what I recommend first, is just getting out there, meeting people, take them out to coffee, take them out to lunch, or just a phone call, get to know them. Make sure they're reputable businesses as well. They also need to realize that you're a reputable business, because they're going to be sticking their staking their reputation by giving your name out and your business out. So that would be the first thing I would do. This has been really powerful for us. The more people you know, the more people spreading your name. It's free advertising. You really can't beat it. There's a few other businesses you can go to as well. This is not like an exhaustive list, obviously, but just go network, meet these people, get out there. Number two is just some old-fashioned marketing. Go out there, get some yard signs printed, put them all throughout your town. Get some door hangers, and I mean, door hangers. I am really on the door hanger train. This has been like, we've made a lot of money from door hangers this year, and it's just a numbers game. I mean, the chances that you get a 0% success rate on door hangers it's almost zero. So we found that you get about a 1 to 2% call rate per from door hangers generally, and this is seasonal as well, and depends on how your ad is and what you're targeting. We found with different ones, but that's about the average 1 to 2% we can expect. And then if you're booking, so if you're doing 1 to 2% and you put out 1,000 of them, right? Which in our experience you can do around, I think you can do around 300, 400, 500 a day. Now we did get an electric scooter. That helps a lot. We got an extra like 150 to 200 out a day. And so this really depends on how fast you're walking, but also depends on how clustered the homes are in your area. So anyways, you do 1,000 of them, you get 1 to 2%, right? So that's 10 to 20 calls out of 1,000. Now, if you can say you book about 50% of your jobs that you bid on, well, cool. Now you just booked 5 to 10 jobs. So it's just a numbers game. Get out there, put some effort for it. It's gonna suck probably. It's not exactly the funnest thing to do. It's kind of it's uncomfortable. You're on people's homes, driveways. You're walking up to their houses. Dogs are barking, whatever not. Um, just do it. It definitely can get you some jobs. And if you're struggling for work, it all comes down to how bad do you want it. Do you want work or not? Because if you want work, you want your business to succeed, you're going to be willing to put in that extra time, that extra awkwardness, and you're going to get these leads. So that's just that, some old fashioned. Another one that I kind of like the idea of, steal this from someone else I heard a couple of years ago. Haven't done it yet. Um, Need to get on it. I've just been so busy. But I want to start filtering on like realtor.com or Zillow or something like that. Excuse me. All the recently sold houses, get those addresses, right? And mail them a like letter type brochure thing. Just say, welcome to the neighborhood. Here's who we are. We do this, this, this. And then I also want to go around and get a bunch of other contractors and stuff that are vetted by me that I'm like, these are good businesses. And I want to have like a recommendations page. Like here's a trusted plumber, snowplow, landscaper, like all this stuff, right? So that you're also providing value outside of yourself, and it's going to build trust. It's just going to be great. And I'm looking forward to doing that. And I really think that's going to be huge. A nice handwritten letter. No one does that anymore. Just a lot of nice touches that I think is going to go a long ways. And everyone that buys a house, they usually want to paint it. They want new flooring. I mean, there's a lot of stuff usually to do. So this can be pretty huge. So that's another way to get some customers coming in, the phone calls coming in. Number three is going to be email marketing. So this is also going to be call. So you can do like email marketing slash a text blast slash call. So depending on what you want to do, if you have all your customers' emails, you can go on Mailchimp.com. It's free up to a certain amount. I think like 500 emails or something. Go ahead and you can send one like typed up document, whatever, make it look nice. It's got drag and drop templates, really easy to use, and just say, hey, we have availability for these days. Boom. Send it out to all of your customers. You'll hear back from a couple of them, almost guaranteed, depending on how many you have. Obviously, it comes down to numbers game again. And also, you could go ahead and call all your customers as well. This is more invasive, and email's a little low key. It's just kind of it's not in your face as much, but you might not have as good of results as a phone call. You could also do this with a text message as well. Everybody gets text messages these days, and it might work better than email, might work less. You just have to experiment with it. But this is a great way to get back in front of your customers' faces, and especially if you say, "Hey, look, work is slowed down a little bit." You could be honest with them too and say, "Hey, we'll give you discounted rates right now. Everyone loves discounts, and it something's better than zero. So it depends on how much you need work." And lastly, here, this is more of a long-term play, but also you need to start doing it as soon as possible. You should have been doing it already, but do it as soon as possible, because then this might take a month or two. But if you're doing all this at the same time, this can kind of take over and help carry you in the next few months. Build up your social medias, build up your website, post on all the local Facebook groups, Nextdoor, whatever, Craigslist, all that jazz. You've heard it 100 times. Do it. It's it's not exactly fun sometimes. Some of you guys, some of you might enjoy it. Just do it. It's gonna help out, and get that Google My Business set up if you haven't. And like I said, this is more of like a long-term thing. You're not gonna probably get leads right away, although you can for sure. But this is gonna be something that'll just build over time, and in the next few months, it'll start bringing in leads. So if you're doing all the other stuff before that, and you're doing this at the same time, by the time these other ones are kind of slowing down, this one might be picking up, should be picking up for you and kind of carrying you through. But really, all this to say is there's a few things you can do to not be in this position, even if the phone does completely stop, which happened to us last year. And this year we made some changes for it. And so what does that look like? Well, this year what we did is we saved way more money in the business account. That way it can carry us through. We have till what do we have right now? We have till March right now, before we don't need to work any more jobs till March, and we have our full salaries for every month. So anything that does come in is great. It's going to be extra money coming into the business, and it's a good place to be at, especially since last year we didn't have work. Basically, we had work, but not really, from like November to like April. It was almost dead completely. So this is kind of been huge for us. You just kind of plan ahead. Take those jobs that you get during the summer. That's an indoor job, and you know the customers, like it can be done whenever. Schedule that for the winter. Schedule that for your slow time. Plan ahead a little bit. This is what we did this year. It's kind of common sense. I wish we did it last year. I don't know why we didn't. It's like no brainer. Like, why didn't we do that? So something to keep in your back pocket. But yeah, these are all the ways you can get that phone to start ringing, get some leads on the schedule, get some money in your pocket, and get through this tough winter or slow period, whatever you're at. I hope this helps. Let me know. Thank you.